today we're going to be trying to figure out what milk is actually the best milk. So you can see we've got all our milks lined up here. We're going to start off with a cereal taste test, since that's one of the most common uses. So we'll start on our left-hand side here and see what we've got. Okay. Pretty decent. Let's move over to this one. Not bad as well. That's pretty nice. This one's quite a bit sweeter than this one and this one as well. Let's try this one now. Whoa. Okay. Really strong flavour on that one, which I quite like with this chocolate cereal. I don't mind that. Let's try here. Not a massive fan of that. Right, I'm going to have to try these all again and figure out what we've got. Okay. So now we've tried all of these. We're going to give them a ranking from first, second, and third place to move on to our next round. So I think we're going to have to give first place over here. I think this was the most sort of refreshing out of them. I think second place, I think it was this one. It's between these two for me, second place. I think second place is going to have to go here. And I finally think third place is actually going to have to go here. So that's my rankings. These will move on to the next round. And we're going to be trying them with coffee. Let's pour our milk into each one and see how they react. And then also we'll do a taste test and see which one tastes nicest. So we'll start with the cow's milk here. Ooh, look at that. Obviously with these ones, you kind of have to give them a shake first to mix them up. So already sort of down a point there. Let's put this in. Very nice too. Obviously finally put in our almond milk here. Not quite as satisfying, but it does work. So interestingly, by far the lightest one out of these three is our cow's milk, which is quite surprising to me. Okay, yeah, that's pretty nice. That makes sense. Let's try the oat milk here. That's nice. I like the flavor of the oat milk in the coffee here. It adds something to it. Let's try the almond milk. There's a slightly strange aftertaste on the almond milk one that I wasn't expecting. It's kind of like I'm drinking coffee and then eating a handful of almonds afterwards, very quickly. Or someone's throwing one in my mouth as I'm drinking the coffee. I'm just having my coffee here and they managed to get one in as I'm drinking it. And then I'm like, why is there almond flavor there? That makes no sense. Right, so I think it's fairly obvious at this point. But I think moving forward, in my first place, I'm going to pick the oat milk, and then in second place for this one, it's going to be cow's milk. So let's move these two on to our next round. For our final round, let's do a blind taste test where we take a shot of each one, and hopefully that will just give us a good initial reaction so we can decide which flavour is nicer and texture. So we'll start on our left here again. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Right, bottoms up. Okay. It's smooth. So once you've actually tried them, it's fairly obvious what they are because they have different flavors, but it's good to remove that initial bias. It's slightly a cleaner tasting flavor, but I do like the flavor here. So from that taste test, I'm actually leaning to the left-hand side here. I quite like the flavor of that. So in my opinion, oat milk wins overall, but cow's milk is a close second place. Very cool. Yum, yum.